Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Macabre and welcome back to my movie library. Yeah, as you can see, definitely changed position from where I would normally sit because we're going to go on the shelf. I haven't done one of these shelf videos for a while and realized I need to catch up on that. Yeah, almost done with the shelf videos. Then I want to start on, showing you what I have in, the boxes. I'm not going to do the what's in the box, from Seven thing. I think everybody's tired of that. But anyway, so yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get started. So very much looking forward to this. Some of this stuff kind of got mixed around a little bit. I'm going to have to do some catch up because, like getting new stuff, adding new stuff, moving things around. So yeah. So anyway, we'll go ahead and we'll get going. All right, first off, this is row one of shelf number 4, okay? So anyway, here we go. We're going to start off with, we have the Predator 4 movie collection on 4K and Blu-ray. So, yeah. I really do need to get around to picking up Prey. I haven't gotten that yet. Just other stuff coming in and everything else. I just keep, just not thinking about it. But, anyway, so yeah, we got the Predator 4 movie collection on 4K and Blu-ray. So, here we go. We have the Criterion 4K of The Princess Bride, As You Wish, which that's what I have tattooed on my neck. I don't think you can see that from where I'm sitting, but yeah, but really, really nice. Got the little storybook in there and everything else. Princess Bride, one of my favorite movies as a kid growing up, and always enjoyed it. Always had fun with it. So, yep. Anyway, so the Princess Bride Criterion Edition on 4K. We have Pulp Fiction. I showed this off in a video here a little while back that I did where I picked this one up, and it was The Green Mile and Blazing Saddles. These nice collector's editions that I picked up. So, Pulp Fiction, masterpiece. What can you say? Yeah, Pulp Fiction, brilliant movie. We have the 4 movie collection of Wreck from Scream Factory. I think just about every horror movie fan has this set in their collection now. But, yeah, it has all 4 movies. I know a lot of people dunk on Wreck 3. I don't know. I liked Wreck 3. I like all of them. I thought all of them were pretty good movies. But yeah, I do. I enjoy all 4 of these flicks. And yeah, really happy to have this set. This one here, I don't know if this one even went over too well. I got the Ring Trilogy box set. I did a video for this on my old channel. And I don't know if too many people even really... I didn't hear much buzz about this set. I thought it was going to be a pretty big thing when it came out, but... all 3 movies on 4K, and I know that Paramount did eventually do their own 4K of the first Ring movie, like a Ring Steelbook. So, I guess we're not getting a Paramount Scares Volume 3 box set this year. I haven't heard anything about it, and I was like, after I bought this set, then I was like, I wonder if they do like a volume where the Ring is going to be on 4K in one of those sets, but oh well. So anyway, yeah, the Ring Trilogy on 4K. We have the Rocky 7 movie collection here. Or, no, 6 movie collection. Well, technically, because you got, Rocky versus Drago, and then you got the director's cut of Rocky Balboa. So, wasn't really thrilled when I first got this set, because there was so much, gassing in the case and all that kind of stuff. All the discs were smudged. I really had to do quite a bit of cleanup on this thing. So, but anyway, as for the movies themselves, I love the Rocky movies. So good. Classics. Watched them growing up. I think if I had to pick a favorite, honestly, I'd probably have to say Rocky 2. I think most people go for Rocky 4, but I don't know. Rocky 2 just always seemed to be my favorite out of the Rocky series. But I do love all the movies. Even 5. I actually like 5. So, we have this documentary, Room 237. This makes me laugh. I know a lot of people get annoyed by this stuff, but just all these theories about The Shining. The Shining is one of my favorite movies. One of the first movies I ever saw. and one of the first movies I remember seeing by title. But yeah, I always love The Shining, and this documentary, it cracks me up. You know, just all these theories and ideas that everybody has about the movie, and but I think in a way that's a good thing. I think if Kubrick was alive today, that would be a thing with him. I think he would have been like, you know, he would have relished the idea that everybody, like, you get on YouTube, you know, there's all those videos like the Wendy theory and all that stuff. Like, all these people have all these theories about what they think The Shining means and everything else. And I think Kubrick would have been so happy to, if he was alive today, to hear all everybody's thoughts about what they think The Shining means. But so anyway, so yeah, room 237. Move along with this faster than I thought I would. Okay, you guys have seen this one before. I got Scanners, beautiful second sight 4K on the back there. Yeah, iconic scene. But yeah, beautiful. Picked this up for a bargain. You guys remember I just did the video on this a little while ago where I picked up some David Cronenberg 4Ks. I got this. I got The Brood, Videodrome, and Crimes of the Future. I got all those on 4K. Nice collector's editions, but Scanners, classic sci-fi horror movie. Gotta love it. Brilliant movie. Yeah. Schindler's List. Nice collector's edition of that. Universal put out. So yeah, an amazing movie. Definitely a masterpiece by Spielberg. Saw this movie in the theater with my brother. It was kind of funny because, oh, you even got the title there. Yeah, I saw this in the theater with my brother when it came out. We sat there, we watched it together. And the funny part was my brother didn't even really want to see the movie. He just went to the movies to spend time with me, and this was the movie I wanted to see. And after watching this movie, he became a huge Liam Neeson fan, and remained one till the day he passed away. So, but anyway, Schindler's List, one of the most important movies I think you could ever see. Oh man, yes, I am so thankful that that Shout Factory put this out. We have Wallace and Gromit, the complete series. I love this cartoon. It's one of my absolute favorites. I could binge watch this forever. Timmy, one of the cutest little lambs you will ever see. You know, Sean Bitzer. Yeah, I love Aardman's work. I'll even go so far as to say I love Aardman's stuff more than Disney. Yeah, I'll probably have to say, like, you know, like my number one ranking would definitely have to be Looney Tunes, classic Looney Tunes, vintage Looney Tunes. And then number 2 would be Aardman cartoons, and then 3 would be Disney. Sorry, but that's just me. But I love everything that they've done. I love also, too, that a lot of this stuff does make its way to physical media. I know they got the new Wallace and Gromit movie on Netflix. I hope that, you know, very, very soon, I hope that Shout Factory can get the rights and put that out. It really surprised me when they did Shaun the Sheep's movie Farmageddon. You know, but anyway, so yeah, just love this series. I could, like I said, I can binge watch this stuff all day and, you know, be totally immersed in it. But yeah, so much fun. Great show. So Wallace and Gromit, the complete series. We have here the Stanley Kubrick 3-film 4K collection. All 3 great films. You can tell what there is. There's The Shining, 2001 Space Odyssey, Full Metal Jacket. Really enjoy all of these movies. So, yeah. And like I said, I was just talking about The Shining is one of my absolute favorite movies ever. And, you know, because we were just talking about Room 237. So, yep. I know some people don't like when they put the names of the movies on the spine. Doesn't bother me any, but I know some people don't like that. But anyway, though, yeah. The Stanley Kubrick 3-film collection on 4K. And, yeah. Hopefully, I heard that supposedly that Criterion is going to do 4Ks of Eyes Wide Shut and Lolita. So, time will tell, I guess. But also, too, you know, oh man, who doesn't love Full Metal Jacket? Come on. This is my Superman Blu-ray collection. I never got around to getting the 4K set because there's so much missing on that 4K set. That's why I never bought it. There's like way more bonus features on here. You got the extended cut of Superman the movie. I do have the 3-hour cut of Superman the movie on Blu-ray. But yeah, just after looking at all the stuff on there, I know I've heard some people tell me that the Superman movies actually do look pretty good on 4K, but just it just feels so incomplete to me, and so I was just like, I'm just gonna hang on to this. This will do the trick for me. So, all right. Next up, we have this. We're getting into a little bit of naughty territory, so not for the kids. We have the Sylvia Kristel 1970s collection, which comes with Playing with Fire, Pastorale 1943, Mysteries and Julia. Let's see here. I would say Julia and what was the other one? Mysteries. Playing with Fire, I believe. Yeah. I think those two are probably my favorite movies out of this collection. I got I don't know what the number of copies altogether are, but I got number 246. Don't know. But anyway, so yeah, the thing with Sylvia Kristel was, I remember during my, teenage years, this was a ways back when you had like Skinamax and stuff. As a young teenage boy with raging hormones, I had seen some movies with her on there, and like one that really stood out to me was Private Lessons, which I do have a DVD of that, which that just that movie blew my mind. But yeah, we'll just say that that's a movie that will probably never ever. It got a Blu-ray release for like all of 5 minutes and then just disappeared. So the only way I'll probably ever get that on Blu-ray again is I would probably have to get on eBay and probably pay somebody like $500 for it. But yeah, Sylvia Kristel, so yeah, just a what can I say? She was a definite influence on me as a young man with growing hormones. So what can I say? I'm sorry, I'm evil. I know I deserve it. Okay. Next up, we have, this is from Vinegar Syndrome, we have Ted Bundy. There we go. This has the... Oop, damn it. This is the one you gotta kind of like pull it down. I'm not gonna pull... Yeah, because that thing's a pain in the butt. It's a nice hard cover and everything else, but man, this thing is a pain in the butt to get back in there. This one's number 2. I got 1,638 out of I don't know how many. But it's an okay movie. I know that the same people who made this movie, they got a movie of Edmund Kemper coming out soon. If you remember back in the late 90s, early 2000s, they started doing these series of very, very low budget movies, and this was one of them. Based on serial killers. I have a DVD steelbook over there that's got 3 of those movies. I got the one Ed Gein with Steve Railsback, the Gacy one, John Wayne Gacy one. I don't Mark Holton. Francis from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. He played Gacy in that movie. I got the Jeremy Renner Dahmer movie and stuff like that. Yeah, they did these for a while and then it just kind of tapered off and everything, but I guess they're going to try to make a comeback because now they got the movie on Ed Kemper coming up. But yeah, the biggest reason I latched onto this movie is because Tom Savini does the special effects for it. I think this is one of the very last movies, if not the last movie, that Tom Savini did special effects for, and he also has a small role in the film. Definitely not the best movie on Ted Bundy, but it's still pretty good. I would say one movie that I definitely recommend if you get a chance to see is the TV miniseries The Deliberate Stranger with Mark Harmon. That was very well done, I think. But a lot of movies done on Ted Bundy. But yeah, I got to admit, like when it comes to like the true crime stuff and everything else, I would much prefer just watching, documentaries, and things like that. But anyway, still, Ted Bundy, not a bad little flick. And here we go. So anyway, alrighty then. Next up, we have. Oh man, I love this. It's such a gorgeous addition from Synapse. We have Tenebrae, Dario Argento. For a second there, I didn't think I was going to be able to show it, but I probably still shouldn't be showing it. But yeah, this is the nice collector's edition that Synapse put out. Now you can get just like a, just kind of like a regular standard edition. But yeah, not gonna lie, this sucker did cost me a pretty penny when I first bought it. I also have a DVD steelbook with 5 Argento movies on there, and I believe this is one of the ones included. The funny thing is like with most of those movies, I could get rid of them by now. Well, no, that's not true because there are 2 movies on there. I know that Trauma with Asia Argento and Brad Dourif, I know that's on that set, but yeah, I know there's a Blu-ray. I just never got around to picking it up. And there's the Argento film Do You Like Hitchcock, which, as far as I know, doesn't have a Blu-ray or isn't available any other way. So yeah, so I keep it for those 2. But and it's also too, it's just a really gorgeous Anchor Bay steelbook. But yeah, great classic Argento. Definitely one of his sleazier giallos, but a great movie. Looks brilliant on 4K. Like my God, this looks so good. But yeah, so anyway, Dario Argento, Tenebrae. There we go. This one here, this is going to be controversial, folks, because I know some people will say these are, 2 of these movies are on 4K, and I don't own either one. And that is, I have the Terminator Anthology. This is what I got. I don't have the movies on 4K. I know people will be like, dude, Terminator's on 4K. What the fuck's wrong with you? The problem is, I have to admit, I just wasn't really anxious to jump on Terminator on 4K because I don't really want to waste the money on Terminator 2 on 4K. Anybody who's in the know knows that Terminator 2 on 4K is, widely considered the absolute worst 4K ever put out. And everybody is begging and pleading for a new 4K of Terminator 2 to come out. I did hear really good things about the first one, but honestly, I've just pretty much just been hanging on to this. And, so far it's fine. Maybe one day if we ever do get like a new Terminator 4K, and then they do the extended cut in 4K and stuff, then I could see myself pulling the trigger, but right now, it's like, we got this here, on the back, and there we go. Hang on a second. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, I know everybody's like, dude, that thing's a dinosaur. You need to get rid of it and, get with the times, man, and all that stuff. But, oh yeah, that's kind of cool too. Like even in there, you could see it. But yeah, so far, I'm just not really anxious to jump on that. Like I said, maybe if one day we were, but just that's the problem. To me, it just feels like buying Terminator 2 on 4K would just be a waste of money. And so I've just pretty much been sticking with this. I know as weird as I am, but as far as I'm concerned, this is good enough for right now. Getting near the end, folks. Getting near the end already. Beautiful, beautiful edition. One of my favorites. We got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 on 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. There's the back there with the late great Dennis Hopper, Caroline Williams, Jim Seedow there, the late great Jim Seedow. Yeah, great Grandpa up there. Really, really enjoy Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, and we got the slipcover that goes on the inside. Oh man, I remember like, oh god, I remember like way back in the day when Terminator or Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 came out. Man, oh man, 86. So I would have been 86. So I would have been 9 years old at the time when this came out, and I remember it was like my god, like everybody was just going gaga over, you know, the movie was coming out. We would go to the theater to see another movie, and they had the big stand with Leatherface on top of the mountain of skulls with the chainsaw and everything. Like that was getting ready to come out, and my brother and I, we were dying. We wanted to see it so bad, and it was the worst thing ever because, you know, like we wanted to go see it. It's like it didn't matter if you had kids or not. You're not getting in to see that movie, you know, or if didn't matter if you had parents going with you or not, you were not going to see that movie. And then, so when it finally came out on VHS, we were able to rent it and just being blown away by it. Blown away but shocked at the same time because not expecting it to be a comedy, you know, but still, great movie. Tom Savini's effects, top notch. Everything about this movie is great. Yeah, definitely a great movie. I know that Arrow did their 4K of it, but I heard the 4K of that one wasn't so great, and I think they even had to do a replacement disc program. But I was just like, you know, I got this. This is perfectly good enough. I don't, you know, I imagine the Arrow 4K is probably the exact same transfer anyway. So yeah, so I just never really had any interest for jumping on the Arrow. This suits me just fine down to the ground, and I love this. Such a beautiful addition of a great classic horror movie. We got here The Thing. This is an amazing set that I picked up. Man, I think I showed this off on my old channel. Man, is the warmest place to hide. It was so much fun last Halloween. I went to go to the Loft Theater down here. They did a double feature of this one and Cronenberg's The Thing. Great. It was awesome to finally get a chance to see this bad boy on the big screen. And just, oh, such a beautiful addition. I went in there, it's like, oh, this thing was, I'm not going to say how much, but it was a pretty penny. When I went into the bookstore and I saw this thing, I was like, yes, I'm buying this. And when the guy came to take it out, the protective case and everything else, he was like, you son, he literally was. He was like, you son of a bitch. He's like, man, he's like, you know, we got a guy over there, like, he was waiting till the end of the day, one of the workers in the store. He's like, he was waiting till the end of the day, he was going to jump on this sucker. He was going to make sure he got it for himself. And you got it first. So, but anyways, like, I'm sorry, but just look at that. I mean, can you blame me? You know, one of the, you know, easily the best sci-fi horror movie of all time. Can you blame me? Come on. You know, and it's such a beautiful addition. So, just love it, love it. All right. And we're already at the end, folks. The last thing I got, this is my Twilight Zone Blu-ray collection, all the seasons. I love Twilight Zone, one of my absolute favorite TV shows. All 5 seasons in there. Some of these episodes. I used to watch, you know, I watched Twilight Zone, the movie, a lot as a kid. And then, you know, my parents, you know, like, well, you ought to check out the TV show. I started watching it. It's like, my God, I love so many of the episodes on this show. So, the writing is amazing. You don't get writing anymore. You know, I miss those days where, like, you had, like, the, you know, like, when people would talk and dialogue, you know, when it was well written, it sounded almost poetic and lyrical and stuff like that. So, I miss that, you know, but Twilight Zone, easily one of my favorite shows. And I bought this years ago. I got my income tax return, and I'm not kidding, this was over $200. This say here was over $200 at the time when I bought it. But I got my income tax in, got a nice return. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to splurge. I want this set in my collection. And I've had it, and I've taken the absolute best care of it. And I love it to death. So, there you go. The Twilight Zone, the complete series. And with that, we are done. That is row 1 of show 4. And sorry it took this long to get around to this, but yeah, we got, we're going to have some more stuff. I want to get this finished. And then, like I said, I want to get started on, showing you what I have. If you'd seen my storage video showing you how I store my movies, I have them all, collected boxes and stuff, storage boxes. And I like to start showing you some of the stuff I have in there. So, yeah. So that's going to do it. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I honestly hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, would you mind leaving it a like? And if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. And that's it, everybody. Yes, unfortunately, looks like this upcoming week is going to be a little light as far as like 4Ks and stuff go. But the week after it, got some good stuff coming in then. So that's it. Oh, real quick. I did get Sleepaway Camp 3 on 4K. Really nice. Finally got it. So lots of good bonus feature on there. But anyway, so sorry if it looks like I'm in a hurry. It's just my time is about to run out. So that's it, everybody. Take care. Have a good night. See you all later. Bye.